no plans at all. Evil man's always transcending. Fighter like sheep, swallow everything. Always simpletons or pretending. We got no plans.
With the manufactured 24-hour corporate news cycle, it's extremely rare to see someone breaking the set from within, which is why I'm very excited for my next guest. He's someone who was bold enough to go on Fox News and call the network a festival of ignorance. And on top of that, he's mastered the art of truth-telling through comedy. So joining me now from New York is Lee Camp, comedian, activist, and creator of the Movement of Clarity viral web series. Lee, awesome to have you on.
Hey, Abby, I'm a long-time viewer, first-time guest.
Sweet, man. Well, hopefully you can be on more and more. I'm here in D.C., painstakingly had to sit through this inaugural dog and pony show. First of all, why are we doing this huge ceremony to celebrate someone who's already been seated for 4 years?
Come on, Abby, you know why we do it. We've got to get together every 4 years so that we can all talk about the First Lady's hair. I mean, that seems to be the one thing that came out of this inauguration, was talk of her hair. I mean, I can't, if she came out with your haircut, I think the mainstream media might explode.
Exactly. It's like a fashion show. I mean, the diamonds, the glitz and glamour, talking about the ball, what they're wearing, how Clinton was looking at Kelly Clarkson's butt through her jeans, you know. And here you had 1 million people all waving these tiny American flags. It looked like, I mean, they're all decked out in their Obama hyphy gear, and I couldn't help but think, did these people forget what a bad president he's been for the last 4 years?
Yeah, you know, it's a nice little let's forget the past 4 years and let's try and pretend we're starting over again. But one thing we did all agree on at the inauguration was apparently that no one can handle poetry anymore.
What do you mean?
Do you remember, though? Blanco read a poem. He was the first, you know, he was gay and Latino, and it was a big moment for everything. And instead, you had all the Republicans mainly sitting there snorting at him because they couldn't stand that there was a poet up on stage.
How dare you? How dare you bring that in? You know, one thing that Obama condemned in his speech, which I thought was particularly interesting, was the idea of perpetual war. I mean, Lee, are we living in the Twilight Zone here? I mean, did I miss something? Hasn't perpetual war been perpetuated by Obama?
Yeah, we've got the infinite war thing going. I think every war should come with a bomb-by date, you know, like milk. It's just like the moment they start, you have a bomb-by date, and it doesn't matter if you're not done. It's after that date, you got to stop. It should be like milk. It should be just over on a date. But you do have to give the Obama administration credit for one thing. They realized too many civilians were dying from drone aircraft attacks, too many civilians dying, so they did something about it. They changed the definition of the word civilian.
Exactly. Now it's militant. I mean, that's when you can get high-level defense officials coming out and saying, no civilians have died. Oh, you mean just all those military-age males who are just dead? Oh, no, they're terrorists. They're terrorists. They're brown and they're dead, so they must be terrorists, right?
Exactly, and the problem is, a word, you know, they changed it so that any military-age male in a target area is now a combatant, but that's got to apply to us, too. So if you're near a Marine at an airport or something, you thought you were just an overweight accountant sitting at, you know, working on Cinnabon number 2 and Love Handle number 7, but no, you're a combatant.
Lee, I mentioned your appearance on Fox News earlier, but talking about it doesn't do it justice. I want everyone to take a listen. Let's play that.
What? Can I just ask a question?
Sure.
What is Fox News? It's just a parade of propaganda, isn't it? It's just a festival of ignorance. What? Why 1 million people are dead in Iraq? Come on, this is ridiculous. What's the point of this? This is insane.
Well,
go out, people
Fox
at home.
News.
Go outside. Go hug your children.
Lee, you should be more.
Well, Fox
you should
News
be more worried.
Love your family. You know,
And you get all the news
Hillary Clinton
you get
is running.
all the news you
And-
can at Fox News. All right, thanks.
And
guys.
I think, okay.
All right, that's it. All right, we're also talking about Captain Kirk.
I love that he tosses to Captain Kirk after you Trojan horse them, man. You go in there. How the hell did you get on, and how did they react after you said that?
Well, they expected me to just play the game like most people. You know, they knew I was left-wing, but they thought I would just come on and be nice and tell little jokes, but I had no interest in that. I mean, with the amount of blood that's been shed over the various wars, I wasn't going to be their monkey boy, so I went in and told the truth. And telling truth in the Fox News studio, that's like a bad smell. They all freak out and make ugly faces at you, and the best part was that they did accidentally provide their own punchline by them throwing it to something about Captain Kirk getting laid. So
But that's really serious. That's way more serious than 1 million dead Iraqis. Come on, Lee. Let's. I want to talk about the corporate news in general. I mean, what is it about this Monty Teo fake girlfriend stunt that gives the media such a hard on?
Yeah, the Manti Teo thing, you know what it really shows is just the lack of any effort to do any research into anything by the media. This is a Heisman Trophy runner-up, and they can't figure out that his dead girlfriend is made out of toothpicks and silly putty. I mean, she made Wilson the volleyball in Castaway look downright talkative. It doesn't, it's just a complete lack of any effort to do research. I mean, the Lance Armstrong thing, this guy's been, 7 Tour de France's and they never researched. It's not, they love to call it the advanced, doping scandal. That's how they couldn't break open the story. But he was picking up drugs in the parking lot of McDonald's. This is performance-enhancing drugs. Anything that is gained or gathered at a McDonald's, not generally performance-enhancing. Usually makes you obese and diabetes. So they should have known something was up. But no, our media does no research anymore on anything.
Lee, one of my favorite things that I've seen is just when you talked about advertising. I mean, television in general has gone totally downhill. You said that the average human spends 15 years of their lives watching brainless television. I mean, think about all the advertising that's just melting our brains. I mean, what is that really doing to us?
Yeah, I mean, it's true. Over an 80-year lifespan, and these are old numbers. These are 5 years ago. Over an 80-year lifespan, 15.5 years of having our brains liquefied and sodomized and glorifying products and nonsense, and it does. It completely, it's how you end up with a country with the most anorexic people in the world and the most obese people in the world at the same time, because they're selling these awful foods that aren't even food, and at the same time making people feel horrible about their bodies, and so it's completely screwing us up,
Yeah, no, totally, man. Like the fast food nation, and everyone's just dying, GMOs, etc. And then they're like, you have acne, you're not good enough, you can't get your, you have erectile dysfunction, restless leg syndrome. And everyone's like, yeah, I think, my legs kind of are restless when I'm watching TV for 8 hours in a row. Maybe I'll self-diagnose and go pop them pills. But I can't let you go without asking you about the 40th anniversary of the ceasefire in Vietnam. I mean, do you see any similarities between the Red Scare and the War on Terror, or is it just me, Lee?
Yeah, no, I think there is a similarity in that you've got to keep people afraid all of the time. I mean, the war on terror is, twice as many people die from terrorist attacks in America each year. I'm sorry, twice as many people die from peanut allergies as from terrorist attacks. So you see where I'm headed with this point. We need to work equally hard to protect ourselves from peanuts, all right? We need a peanut alert chart. We need to, if someone leaves a bag of peanuts unattended, we got to blow that up. We got to drop Marines into the Planters compound to shoot Mr. Peanut in the face,
Absolutely.
all right? And that goes, too, for anyone who wants to wear a monocle and a top hat. If you want to dress like a peanut, we will treat you like a peanut.
Thank you so much for making me laugh. I needed that. Lee Camp, comedian, activist. Really appreciate you coming on.
Thanks, Abby.
No plans at all. Evil man's always transcending. Fighter like sheep, swallow everything. Always simpletons or pretending.